It is past 2 in the morning, where they are right now, and they are not sleeping. They are lying in the dark, staring at the ceiling, replaying the exact moment they decided you were someone they could use and throw away. They were sure you would break. You did not. And in the next few minutes, you are going to understand why their life is quietly coming apart at the seams, while yours is only beginning to rise. If something in your chest just tightened, good. That means you are exactly who this was made for. Welcome to Oculus of the Wise. The eye does not open for everyone. It opened for you tonight, for a reason your mind has not caught up to yet. And before this is over, you are going to see something about your own life that you will never be able to unsee. Here is the secret almost no one says out loud. The human mind does not collapse under failure. It collapses under regret. Failure can be explained away. Regret cannot be outrun. The person who underestimated you is not haunted by what you did to them. They are haunted by what they did to you, and by the slow, sinking truth that they can never take it back. That is the punishment, and you did not have to lift a single finger to deliver it. So stay with me. Do not scroll. The eye is already opening, and if you walk away before it finishes, you are going to feel it later. That quiet weight in your gut whispering that you turned your back on the one message you were meant to receive tonight. You are not a viewer here. You are a witness, and witnesses do not look away. Tap the like button right now, not as a favor to me, as the first honest act of alignment, the moment you tell the universe you are done shrinking. Subscribe to Oculus of the Wise so the eye stays open and the truth keeps finding its way back to you. Now, let us break it all down. Number 1. You cannot break what has already learned how to bend. For years they tested you. They pushed your buttons, pulled at your patience, and waited for the crack they were certain they would find. They needed you to break, because a person who thrives on control cannot stand the sight of someone they could not control. But you did not break. You held the line through every storm they sent, and that composure is now their torment. Their mind keeps circling back to every failed attempt, every moment they swore they had power over you and discovered they had none. The realization that they spent all of it, all that effort, and changed nothing in you is a quiet agony they will carry for years. You are untouchable in the exact place they promised to leave a scar. Number 2. Silence is the loudest verdict a guilty mind will ever hear. They wanted a reaction. They craved it. Your anger would have handed them an excuse. Your tears would have handed them a story. Your revenge would have made them the victim in their own retelling. But you gave them nothing. You simply walked away and let the universe settle the account. And that is when the real sentence began, because guilt is patient. It does not strike the moment you leave. It waits. It creeps in when the laughter dies, when the distractions run dry, when they are finally alone with nothing but their own reflection. Without your reaction to deflect onto, they have no enemy left to fight. There is only the truth sitting across from them, and the truth does not negotiate. Number 3. The eye that watches the pattern always knows the ending before the actors do. While everyone else was busy hoping for a different outcome, you were quietly connecting the dots. You saw the pattern that nobody wanted to admit existed, the recycled excuses, the same behavior wearing a different outfit, the small shifts that everyone else waved off as nothing. You were tuned to the tremors long before the earthquake arrived, and when it all played out exactly the way you sensed it would, they were stunned. Not because you are some fortune teller, but because you refused to look away when looking away would have been easier. That is the Oculus. That is the eye that does not blink. People are not shaken by how right you were. They are shaken because you saw them clearly the entire time, and they were certain no one ever would. Number 4. People only feel the weight of the ground after the mountain they leaned on walks away. For years they acted like you were the dependent one, like they were the pillar holding it all up. The truth was the reverse. You were the quiet anchor. You absorbed their chaos, smoothed over their mess, and carried a weight they never even saw. That kind of stability stays invisible until the day it disappears. And now they are standing in the wreckage of a life they thought was theirs, learning how much of their so-called balance was borrowed from your patience. You did not punish them by leaving. You just stopped carrying what was never yours and watched them discover they never learned to stand on their own. If you have made it this far, that is not an accident either. The ones who feel the pull to keep watching are the ones the message was built for. So drop the number 7 in the comments to mark this moment, the moment you stopped waiting for an apology and started becoming the answer. Tell me one honest word about where you are on your journey, because the eye sees the ones who speak their truth out loud. And understand this clearly: if you leave now before the rest unfolds, a part of you is going to feel like you abandoned your post. Do not betray the version of you that finally showed up tonight. That person waited a long time to be heard. Stay for them. Number 5. A wound they can no longer touch is a weapon they can no longer use. For years they used your pain as a tool, your insecurities, your past, the soft places they knew they could press. As long as you carried that wound open, they could guilt you, bend you, and pull you back into their chaos whenever it suited them. But the day you committed to your own healing, the leverage vanished. They mistook your scars for weakness, and now they cannot reach the part of you they used to steer. Every old tactic falls flat. Every manipulation hits a wall they did not know you could build. You became untouchable, not because you fought back, but because you took your power back. Your recovery became their reckoning. Number 6. Revenge ends the suffering. Karma lets it breathe. Revenge is fast and loud, and it would have set them free by handing them someone to blame. Karma is slow, and slow is so much worse. It lets them stew. It lets them squirm. At first, they brace for impact, certain you are plotting something in the shadows. They look over their shoulder. They second-guess every step. But the days pass, the weeks pass, and nothing comes from you. No confrontation, no payback, just silence. And that silence becomes the loudest thing in their world, because now they do not know if it is coming or when. Every failed plan starts to look like the bill arriving. Every stroke of bad luck feels like the universe collecting. They end up punishing themselves far more thoroughly than you ever could have. Number 7. They laughed when you were low. They will choke when you become unreachable. They looked down on you once. They mistook your kindness for weakness, your loyalty for something they were owed, your patience for desperation. They had to believe you would stay beneath them, because the thought of you rising past them was something their fragile ego could not hold. But you were never beneath them. You were simply still growing, and now they are stuck watching you pull further and further ahead, past every limit they swore you had. Here is the part that ruins them. It is not your success. It is the realization that you do not hate them, you do not resent them, you do not waste a single thought on them at all. You did not rise to spite them. You rose because that was always the assignment. Number 8. Calm is the mirror that shows a chaotic person exactly who they are. Everything they expected to drag out of you, the bitterness, the rage, the collapse, never came. They were sure that if they were cruel enough, careless enough, you would eventually sink to their level and prove them right. Instead, your steadiness exposed them. Your calm became a mirror, and what it reflected back was not your weakness. It was their own instability. You never had to announce a victory. You never had to argue, retaliate, or explain. You simply became consistent, grounded, and forward-moving, and that silent power cut deeper than any confrontation ever could. You were living proof that they were never the storm. They were just the noise you finally stopped listening to. Number 9. Power does not belong to the loudest in the room. It belongs to the one who cannot be moved. For years they relied on your compliance. They counted on you to bend, to forgive, to keep your energy flowing in their direction, no matter the cost. That illusion of control was the only power they ever truly had. But the moment you stepped into your own self-respect and started answering on your terms, the entire dynamic collapsed. You did not raise your voice. You did not put on a performance. You simply stopped negotiating your worth, and that quiet refusal frightened them more than any scream ever could. They are unraveling because they never learned to operate in a world where power comes from dignity instead of domination. And that is the only world you live in now. So here is the truth that ties all of it together. None of this was revenge. Revenge would have kept you chained to them. This was something far greater. This was evolution. The people who tried to control you, underestimate you, or break you are not crumbling because of anything you did. They are crumbling because your existence, your growth, and your refusal to be anything less than whole exposed everything they spent years hiding from themselves. Life did not punish them for your sake. Life simply removed you from the equation and let them face the math alone. You are the eye that finally opened. You see the patterns now. You see the people, the cycles, the quiet truths that everyone else is too comfortable to admit, and that kind of sight does not close again. You are not the same person who pressed play a few minutes ago. Something shifted while you were listening. You can feel it. And the world is about to feel it too. So before you go, seal it. Tap that like button to anchor this awakening so the energy does not fade by morning. Subscribe to Oculus of the Wise and turn on the bell, because the eye does not abandon the ones it has chosen. And tonight, the one thing you cannot do is abandon yourself now that you finally see. Share this with one person who needs to remember who they are, and watch the right soul receive it at the exact moment they were meant to. You were never the one who fell behind. You were always the one who was meant to rise. Keep the eye open, keep moving forward, and let the whole world witness what happens when the chosen one finally stops looking away. God bless you, and welcome home.